Good morning. Today we're talking with Rob Barrett, who is a data security engineer working in San Diego, California. Good morning, Rob.
Morning, Rich. How are you?
Good. Thanks for talking to us today. So, Rob, tell me your story about becoming a data security engineer and some of the paths you took in getting here.
Sure. Right out of high school, I went to a vocational school for audio engineering, not computer related at all, basically doing sound for concerts. Did that for about 7 years, 7 years. My son was born. From then, I had to stop doing that job, started to hunt around to see what new profession, what new career do I want to go down. Computers were always an interest, so I went to Santa Barbara Business College. They had a year course at the time. You come out with multiple certifications and essentially able to find an entry-level job. I was able to find work in Paso Robles at a plumbing manufacturer up there. Worked there for a couple years, bounced around to a few other positions in Las Vegas. Vegas is really where I made the switch from system engineering to data security. And all of my jobs from then on have been data security. Went to Denver for a short time after that, and then to San Diego.
Great. And what was the key thing that made you able to eventually get a job as a data security engineer?
The key thing.
A moment or something that turned you that direction.
Yeah. There was a gentleman that I worked with during one of the jobs when I was bouncing around, and he was our IT guy. He really kind of showed me the ins and outs of what his day-to-day job was, and it appeared to me something that I would really enjoy, and his stories of the things he had done sounded really interesting.
And what was your most memorable or favorite moment being a data security engineer?
There was a time at one of the previous companies that there was a hacker that was in our network. Once we discovered he was there, then we had to try to gather as much information as we could and try to figure out where he was. Spent quite a bit of time doing that. It ultimately ended up figuring all of that out, handed that over to the authorities, and they took it from there. But that was it's really exciting to track somebody through your network.
Cool. And how many years have you been in this career or vocation now?
About 13 years now.
And if I wanted to become a data security engineer, what steps would I need to take to be headed in the right direction?
Any college courses focused around computer communications, computer engineering, and obviously the certifications that I mentioned earlier that will focus more around the security realm. All will help.
And are there entry-level positions that might lead to a job as a data security engineer?
There are. If you do some searches for, say, like data security analyst, larger corporations sometimes have security operations centers, and those are groups of team of people that assist the security teams, the core data security teams, in doing some of the lower level tasks to get started.
Okay. And you mentioned searches. Is that, are you saying that on the internet is where I might find companies that would have those entry-level positions?
Correct.
And what are the personality traits that I would need to be a data security engineer?
That's actually changed quite a bit. I would say, especially in the last 10 years, the day of the pure nerd and focused on a computer and never talked to anyone, those days are pretty much over now.
Now, are you saying you aren't a geek?
I am still a pretty big geek, but but you have to be able to talk to your teams technically, and you have to be able to talk to your management and essentially explain things to them on a more simpler level that they can understand.
And what's a typical workday like for you?
Get into work. There's various reports and stuff you check on. From then, you spend a decent amount of time fine-tuning your security tools to some of the reports and analyst trends of what's going on in the industry.
And in this year, 2013, is this a good career to start?
I think it's a very good career. The hackers aren't going away. We need more of us to keep watching for them and keep them out.
Protect us from ourselves.
Exactly.
Well, Rob, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today and tell us a little bit about being a data security engineer. If anybody there is interested in other vocations, of course, you can see us on RotaryCareerHelp.org. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Rich. Happy to help.